Hello, folks. Can you all hear me? Let me check my return. Can you all hear me? Okay, looks great. Let me check my return. Hello, Miguel. How are you? How are you today? Doing fine. Are you enjoying your Friday? Did you make any release today? Hello, Ricardo. How are you? I'm very well. I've been working on security releases. We have just announced security release of Node.js. Node.js.org. If you go to the blog, you will see that there is a security release coming next week. So I suggest you all to keep posted and upgrade your version as soon as the release goes out. Oh, this is not cool. Let's fix it. No releases today, but working on making assert module into a class component. Good. Why? We need to fix that. So this is not well defined. Let's I'm building Node.js behind the scenes. So let's go to Node.js.org. Chatting with Ruben, it was one of its suggestions to have more options when dealing with asserts. Okay, so you mean you have a new assert and then you pass the options you expect for configurations. I understand. Okay, got it. Yeah, it will be a long work. Usually assert is you need to provide as an option, but make sure to not introduce any breaking change, because assert is widely used, especially in the new task module. So. Anyone else around? Okay, great. That's good. I'm making it compatible with the way it is right now. Good. So let's do our first pull request. We have May 25 security releases, and this is not correct. I mean, I wrote this way. Actually, I wrote an automation to do this way, but the automation did it wrong. We need to have like in a bullet points, actually, for a website is this format. And also, since we are here, we should also to okay, someone fixed that already. Okay, here we have high, medium, and then low. Let's sort everything. Okay. Oh, no tags, no. Gate count. What's up? What's up, Mikael? Hello, Kyriakos. Hello from Greece. Ah. How are you? Which time is in Greece right now? Here we go. I think that looks great. Yep. Important question here. Which Node.js version are you using now? Have you switched to Node.js 24? Are you using Node.js 24 now? '22, great. Not yet on my client, okay. Yeah, don't change to 24 yet. I mean, do it in your personal projects, but in production, we are, I mean, it's quite new, right? We are using a new version of V8, and we never know what's gonna happen. I'm waiting for the LTS. That's the correct approach, but I highly suggest to you to test 24 in your local development. I have some repositories which I do some experiments. One of them is the Node.js bench operations. And I did a benchmark comparing Node.js 24 with Node.js 23 and 22. I have a few actions here. I have one of the actions is to check regressions. All the benchmarks is executed in a dedicated machine, so and also it uses the bench node, so no optimization or de-optimization will take place. So that would be a good way to measure that. Should I start? Okay, let me measure one thing first, and then we can do it all together. Let's move to the screen. Here we go. This is the Node.js bench operations. Hello from IT. Oh, great. We are just moved from 22. Okay, from 18. That's end of life by now. Great. So just in case you are using an insecure version of Node.js, remember to always use. This is 24. Okay. Remember to always use is my node vulnerable. This will tell you if you are using an insecure version of Node.js. If you are fine, it will display oh good. So make sure to use that. This is I wrote that package, and now this is maintained by the Node.js project. So you can check on Node.js organization, is my node vulnerable? Make sure to test it. And in case you are using an insecure version, let's use Node.js 18 now, which is end of life. If you run that, you see danger. Danger, it seems an A, right? Yeah, kind of error. It's end of life. There are high chances of being vulnerable. Please upgrade it. Okay. Still on 20. So make sure someone said that is using 22.14.0, and I believe this is a safe version. Okay. So let's talk about benchmarks now. As I was saying, this repository measures some common operations between different Node.js versions. So the idea is to measure if the operation X is faster than the operation I on a specific Node.js version, okay? So as you can see, there are a bunch of results here, and we have the results collapsed here. So let's compare, for instance, Node.js 18, or better, Node.js 20 with Node.js 24 here, okay? We have some common operations, and one of the one that I like most is the parsing integer. We have two ways of parsing integers in JavaScript, right? The first one is, let me use 24 just in case. The first one is parse int. Everybody knows it, right? If I pass in a string like 2000 in a string, it will convert to 2000 in decimal, right? However, if I do a plus signal in the 2000, it will also be transformed to a number. So if you do a type of, it will display number, okay? So if you compare that with parse int, it will be the same, okay? However, this operation on old versions of Node.js was very, very, they were behaving, or the performance of both operations were different. Plus signal was very, way faster than parse int. And this is on 20. Okay, let me see if we have results from Node.js 18. Parse integer. As you can see here, on Node.js 18, if you were parsing a big number with 10 of the length, it will be way slower than using plus signal on a big number. That's crazy, huh? It has been fixed in Node.js 20, and now it's pretty much the same. Okay? So this repository is to measure this kind of operation. That's why I wrote it. So, and I have also, also wrote a regression checker. It will compare. Interesting, what was the fix? It was a V8 fix. I didn't check, and you know, it might be more complex than we think. And then I wrote an action called check regressions, and then we run it and we compare versions. So let's imagine we want to compare all the major versions between. I want to compare Node.js 20 with Node.js 24. If I run that, it will run instantaneously. And the result is basically Node.js 24 is way faster on these operations, of course, than Node.js 20. So some of the benchmarks includes string ends with when the string is short, 57% faster on this machine, specifically on this specific benchmark on Node.js 24. Okay, so if you upgrade from Node.js 20, this version specifically 2019.1 to Node.js 24, blob slice is way faster. Most of the things are faster on Node.js 24 except shallow copy with proto-nu. The reason for that, it can be just a V8 mistake, it can be just a benchmark mistake, or it can be just a machine issue. Okay? Usually, when you see high numbers, don't rest on them, okay? Most of the V8 operations are faster on latest version of Node.js. Now, if you compare Node.js 22, which is most of you uses, with Node.js 24, let's see the result. Let's compare just major versions. 22 with 24. And the results are not too much. Dates storing coercion are faster. Adding property directly to the object is slightly slower. It can be obviate the optimization. You know that when you create an object in JavaScript that contains A equal 1 and B equal 2, it will be unshape, or some people call it hidden classes, will be created for this shape of this object, right? However, when you change the object, let me, A equal 1, B equal 2, we store it in a variable, var1. If we change this object shape to include a new property, like C equal 3, the shape of this initial object don't change. It doesn't change. But it's included a new chain into these hidden classes. So this object, var1, now contains two shapes, or two chains inside of it. One, the original one, and the second one is an inside chain, or a chain of the hidden classes, hidden class, which is the C equal 3. Okay? And basically, this operation measures that, adding property directly to the object. So if you prefer, always create the object directly with the properties. Don't add too much properties after this is created. So I mean, this is micro optimization in that in reality, in real world cases, it won't make any result, because maybe you improve like the execution time of your app by 0.001 millisecond. So you won't see the real benefit. So please take all of this with a grain of salt. Okay? Okay. Creating a new function with empty prototype is slightly slower. Let me see how this benchmark works. Do you intend to do a State of Node.js Performance 2025 article? Yes, I mean, I would love to if I have time. I don't plan to do that right now. I usually do that in the end of the year. Let me see when I did the last one. It was 4 months ago, not too long. So possibly I will do that in the end of Node.js 25, in the end of the 2025 year. Yeah. Usually it consumes a lot of my time. And the benchmark is object creation. Basically, we are creating a function with empty prototype, right? Yeah. This is for old usages. People does it very often to avoid prototype pollution. This music is not the best ones. Okay. Great. Moving on. Nothing else, right? I think that's okay. That's pretty much okay. Good, very good. This is the benchmark results comparing the latest 22 with the latest 24. We can also measure, let me see which Node.js 22 we have available. We have 22. Yeah, we have the initial version of 22. I think that's great. So you can see exactly the improvements we do after every Semper Minor release of Node.js. So let's measure that. Let's compare Node.js 22. I think that's it. Yeah. Just a second. I'll get back soon. All right. I think the action did run. And the result is, let me just add the label. Okay. Let me check the result. Oh, this is 20 with 24. Okay. The initial version of Node.js 22 with the one of the latest versions of Node.js 22. We have improved date format, some regression on blob slice. A string, we got 70% improvement on strings, on writable strings. Add property, I think this is the same. It might be a V8 update, this regression or nothing. We need to measure it carefully. And then we have object creation with them prototype. So maybe the regression you see on Node.js 24 is just getting back to Node.js 22 value. So not too much to worry about. That's cool. Great. What else? Do you guys have any questions to me about Node.js? It can be Node.js in general or Node.js core development. I haven't planned a lot of things to do today. So basically we can just chat a bit, talk about some open pull requests, security releases, performance, anything you would like. Okay, got a message from Eddie. Okay, yeah, I can explain that. No problem. Can you send your question in the chat? I can possibly answer it. Hello, Araújo. Gui. I have a more technical question about the buffer module. Send it to the chat. If I have the answer, I can help you. Otherwise, I will send you to the Node core channel. Oh, I didn't check the Discord messages. Okay, no message so far. Oh, good. Send then. Send all the questions. I've been working on the buffer module and I noticed it. Let me change the, that's better for the recording. Okay. I have been working on the buffer module and I noticed that some Protos methods at lib internal buffer. Let's go there. Lib internal buffer 972. Okay. Some Protos methods at okay. Ooh, I have no idea about that. I mean, let me try to guess. Maybe that's because I think that's just a different way to create a kind of class. They are not duplicated. You are creating, I mean, you pass a kind of empty object or a prototype to this function, and this function will create a buffer from it. This is just a different way, or maybe in the moment this function was created, this piece of code was created, classes was not something we have used most. So people usually do that way, or they also do like buffer, prototype, and then like read, big, wint, and then they do that way, right? This is a common approach. I don't know if this is different. I can possibly check the, let me see who did that. It was in 2020, actually 2018. Usually we just follow the structure that was created previously. So I think the oldest code is from Joy on 18, right? I think so. So let me check. This was the reason. No, I mean, for example, line 973 and 975 are duplicated. Oh. 973. Oh. And 975. No, they are not duplicated. One is with I in the capital case, and the other one is is not capitalized. It means different objects or different stacks. This is a completely different type, okay? This is per spec. So if you go to, let me show you here. This is for unsigned big unsigned big unsigned 64-bit integer, okay? And when you have the I uncapitalized, is a different, is Indian, I guess. Yes, this is a different type, okay? This might be a different Unicode, different encode method, things like that. So, but they are different. They're completely different. Did I answer your question, or I? Hello, Arthur. Marcus Moura on YouTube. What you advise for who is thinking to in contributing with the development? I have development experience, but no experience with open source. I mean, think about as any project. This is my general recommendation is to find modules or find pieces of code where you use most. For instance, a lot of people uses web, right? If you use Express, you use Fastify. I normally recommend people to start going to contribute to the libraries you use most. For instance, if you use Express, go to the Express issues, go to the Express repository, and start learning how it works. Then you spot some bugs, you find some bugs, and usually while fixing bugs on libraries, you spot bugs in Node.js as well. So the usual approach is you go from your project, you use a library, and then you contribute to the library, then you spot a bug on Node.js, and from the library, you fix a bug on Node.js, and then you start contributing to Node.js. That's how it worked for me. I started on Fastify. I am one of the Fastify contributors. I'm not active I don't know, in the last 2 years, I didn't contribute a lot to the Fastify project, but I don't know, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I was a core contributor, core member of Fastify. So that's how it worked for me, and I believe it might work for most people. Eddie, do you want to ask your question? Let me do this, okay. I could not understand how external references work. They are documented here. I think you sent me. Yes, you did send me. Okay. Okay. Let me explain that. Like why they are needed and when to use. They are needed whenever you want to export your module or that specific file to JavaScript land, okay? We use that in the built-in snapshot and we register that to, for instance, let me show you one example. Permission.cc, I guess that's it. you see that I want to expose enabled permissions. I want to expose has. This is an external reference of to the JavaScript land. And in order to register that, because, for instance, when you call internal process permission, yeah. When you call internal binding permission, how internal binding will know exactly where is permission, what modules or what functions I should read from this C++ file. I need to create an external reference. I need to create, or I need to map it somehow, right? So that's how external reference does. Basically, it will tell, okay, let's register this external reference, and then you call this this function. And for this specific method, register has. And then, whenever someone call permission dot has, which is here, it will be called from the C++ side. So this will be called in the C++ side. That's how it works. You need to use that whenever you want to expose that module to the JavaScript land. There are some other black magic functions like context-aware internal to initialize. For instance, this is basically what set the target to the JavaScript land, and the external reference works from the documentation. I might be wrong, okay, because a long time, I mean, it's on my memory, on my muscle memory, so I normally just do it. Sometimes I forget how it works. From the documentation, okay, if C++ binding is loading during Bootstrap, in addition to registering it using context-aware internal for internal binding lookup, this is basically what I just explained, it also needs to be registered with external reference so that the external reference can be resolved from the built-in snapshot. So Node.js contains a built-in snapshot. Okay, this is what Joy is working on. Let me show you. This is the startup performance. You can create a snapshot with -- build snapshot. A lot of, I believe that, for instance, if you use Lambda, AWS Lambda, it's very likely they are using it, because when you are using code Lambda, you need to start your function or start your Node.js server very fast. That's what we call cold start, right? And to initialize Node.js, let's create a file, console log hey t.js, and then we measure the startup of Node. Oh, wrong. 0.02 seconds, and if you measure that using hyperfine t.js, I think that's it. Yeah. You see that the startup of Node.js is 38 milliseconds, which most people think it's good. Okay, it's fine. But for Lambda projects that needs a very fast cold start, the built-in snapshot will basically create a kind of memory, startup memory, and then it will be loaded when you use it on Node.js, and then this number might be reduced a lot. We can do some test. Let me check. Build snapshot Node.js. Let me get the documentation. That's why you need to keep the Lambda alive or in some warm-up state. No, the built-in snapshot won't be used by developers, but AWS developers. When they are building their AWS Lambda, they might be using it to accelerate the cold start. The same applies to Vercel. So build snapshot. It's still experimental. Let me try that. Okay. We need to use a different version of Node.js. Let's use 24. Okay, now we should have a snapshot blob. Shot. Yep, we do. Okay. Then we can use that reference here. So let's do this example. Maybe. Okay, got it. So let's do the example, which will be more suitable to run this thing. Then we can compare. Okay, and then we start. It will show I am from snapshot, and then we can create a comparison, which is index2.js that basically will create this. From the memory. This is just a select sample. Maybe we won't see any performance improvement from this small comparison, but let's hyperfine node. I think that's it. Let me just see the documentation again. What is a snapshot? Ooh, it can be a lot of things. In this case, it's just you load things into memory, and you don't need to have a proper startup to have that variable locally. It's a bit hard to explain, but let's try it. So we have index.js, and we have node index2.js. I think that's it, right? Let me just index2. No, index2. Okay. Without the dash. Let's measure that. Of course, don't trust on this measurement because I'm running it locally. Okay. You see that the mean and the max of the node is 9 to 1 milliseconds, and here is 54. Maybe my comparison is wrong because I haven't touched it in the built-in snapshot yet. So don't trust on this. I just know that using a snapshot is way faster if you want to have code start of Node.js, but it's way it's like difficult to do that. So I'm pretty sure this works very well. I will need to leave for a second. Just 1 minute, okay? Okay, I'm back. Anything else, folks? Any other question I can answer? Got a snapshot my whole application right now. I don't think you can. I think a snapshot is still like in experimental phase. Oh, by the way, it just got updated. No, not yet. This is still on experimental phase, so don't use that in production, but do use that. And give all the feedbacks you have to Joy. I think Joy is still the one strategic initiatives. We have the Node.js TSC has strategic initiatives, which is things we focus with a champion. And the startup in a snapshot is Joy. Joy is doing an amazing work, and this is the main issue for that. And yeah, she's still working on that. Cool. We also have Core Promises API, HTTP 3, which was a very difficult task. Shadow Helm, a startup snapshot, V8 currency. V8 currency. I was not aware of that. Next, then, single executable apps. Performance, we don't have a champion anymore. And primordials. And some completed initiatives. We had workers, VM module, Open Web Standard, OpenSSL, NPM integration, and API. Modules, moderation, governance, CV management, and build resources. A lot of things happens in the Node.js side. If you ask me how Node.js is going to look like in 1 year, I don't know. I have no idea. I hope without too many built-ins, but people might not like this statement. All right. If you guys don't have any other question or suggestion for me, I think I will close the stream because I will work on a few stuff, and most of my work, as some of you know, is private. I work on Node.js private, secret patches, things like that, and you know, I can't live stream that. So, hello Lagger, you have joined, and I'm about to leave. Yeah, I was listening. Okay. Okay. All right, folks. So enjoy the Friday. Don't deploy anything now. Use Node.js. Do some experiments. If you have any question, by the way, Vagu Step talked with me on his on Discord and showcase on very cool idea, which is he's still working on that. I don't know if I can share, but I will do. He's working on a Node.js, actually, event loop visualizer. If you want to learn the event loop phases of Node.js, he's working on that, and it seems very cool. I told him that I did some tests, and this is not a simulation, okay? It doesn't run in the browser. He has a dedicated machine running that, and if I do the step, you see that the code stack main, go to the code stack, and then you have the console.log as illustrated here. It's printed in the terminal, and then you the console log goes out, set timeout is scheduled, console log, and then as you can see, okay, the thing is not working correctly. You see here, there's the start, next tick, micro task, and finish, and then the event loop start and things like that. If you want to learn more, talk with him on Discord. I will send the link on the Discord channel if he allows me. But in any case, you can copy from the string. And that's it. It's a cool idea. And if you have any other idea similar to this, and the Discord is the Node.js Discord channel. The Node get involved again. Node.js get involved. Let me see if they have shared the Discord channel there. We have this. I'm sending in the chat. Here there is a Node.js official Discord channel. Click on this. You jump to the Discord, and make sure to join the Node.js mentoring channel. Okay? This is the idea. We share a lot of stuff there. And people doing massive work there. And please, if you join, send a hello in the chat. Tell that you joined based on in our session. This was very cool. Let me see if I have someone working on. Let me see if someone is working on Node.js now. Node. People working on React, maybe no. Node.js. Oh, we do have people working on that. Node.js, maybe. This is the person we should rate. Yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody for joining. And see you in the next session, next week, hopefully. Bye-bye.
But yeah. Uh-oh. You got a raid. Raphael, hello. Thank you for the raid. How's it going?